This tutorial is for 4th grade, Module 4, Lesson 7. In Lesson 7, we're going to draw up specific angles using protractors. The first angle I'm going to draw is a 35-degree angle, and because a 35-degree angle is less than 90 degrees, we know it is less than a right angle, and that means it will be an acute angle. I'm going to start by just drawing a straight horizontal line. So just make this line. That will be the bottom leg of my angle. Next, I'm going to pull up my protractor and I'm going to line it up just like I did when I was trying to measure my angle. So I'm going to line up the dot where the vertex of the angle would be, and then I'm going to rotate my protractor so it's running along the bottom leg of my angle. I'll get that lined up again. So the dot is where the vertex would be, and it's running right through that line through the protractor. Since I have to draw a 35-degree angle, I'm going to look on my protractor and draw a dot on the edge where 35 degrees would be. Well, 35 is halfway between 30 and 40, so 35 degrees would be right about here. So I'm going to draw a dot, and now I'm going to get rid of my protractor. And I'm going to draw a line from that dot to what would be the vertex of my angle. So I draw a line, and there I have an angle, and it should be 35 degrees, but let's pull up our protractor again to check. So line that up. It's all lined up on the bottom, going through the 0 point, and the other leg comes out between 30 and 40 degrees, which is 35 degrees. Next, I'm going to draw a 115-degree angle. 115 degrees is greater than 90 degrees, so this will be greater than a right angle, and it will be considered an obtuse angle. I'll start the same way. I'm going to start with just the bottom line, which would be the bottom leg of my angle. I'm going to pull up the protractor and line it up as if I were measuring an angle. So the dot goes where the vertex of my angle will be. The bottom line runs right through the 0 mark. And now I need to find the 115-degree mark on the outside of the protractor. We'll put a dot there. So 115 is halfway between 110 and 120. So we'll put a dot right there. And we'll get rid of the protractor. And we'll draw a line from that dot to the vertex of the angle. And now I have an angle that's opened up wider than 90 degrees. It should be 115 degrees. Pull up my protractor, it's all lined up still, and the other leg goes right between the 110 and the 120 mark, so that is 115 degrees. Let's do one more example. This time we're going to draw a 90-degree angle, which would be a right angle. I'll start the same way. I'm going to draw the bottom leg of my angle. There's my straight line. I'm going to pull up my protractor, pretend that I'm measuring an angle, so that would go, the circle goes on the vertex, the line runs right through the 0 point. Now I need to find 90 degrees on the protractor, which is right along the top, so I'll put a dot there. There's my 90 degrees. I'm going to get rid of my protractor and draw a line from my dot down to the vertex. I'll pull up my protractor just to double check, and yes, you can see that is at the 90-degree mark, so I do have a right angle, and that makes that nice square corner here, which proves that this is a 90-degree angle. And that's how we will use protractors to draw angles in Lesson 7 of Module 4.